what's up with rapping, bro, man?
Are you still rapping? Yeah, nigga ain't ruling. Hoes in the back and we acting like we knew them. Don't know how to act, so a nigga had to show them. Grabbing on her ass with her girl yelling, go friend, go friend, go friend, go in, go in, go friend.
That's yours? Yeah.
I picked up my cup before you finished.
Go friend, go in, go in.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first episode of Rolling with Friends. I am your host, who sometimes and maybe will always do the most, your boy, Christopher Moy. Before I jump into the episode, we lost a lot of good souls this summer, but one in particular that really struck my heart was my boy, DMX. I want to say thank you for the passion and blood and sweat and tears that you put into songs like Slippin', Stop Being Greedy, Lord Give Me a Sign, and the toxic but true songs you made, which was What These Bitches Want From a Nigga, and Love My Niggas, but Where's My Bitches, and my personal favorite, How's It Going Down? So now, speaking of toxic but true, allow me to read you some toxic but true statements that I found toxic but true. For those who don't know, Instagram has been in a frenzy with these toxic statements that your boy, Justin LeBoy, has released. So I'm gonna read it to you, a few that I think is toxic but true. Hashtag bars. Men will rub your back for 2 minutes, then say take these off. Toxic but true. For my fellas, you know we have a small window of the opportunity we have to get into those drawers. Now, you know if you've been drinking a lot and you soon pass out, the window gets smaller. So this is toxic but true. Next one. Any man who only FaceTimes you when he's driving lives with either his BM, girlfriend, or his wife. Ladies, I find this to be true. If you get FaceTimed while on your way to the store or in the car, he cannot talk to you while he's around family. That is a red flag. I'd rather see you unhappy with me than happy with someone else. This is toxic, but true. We regret it, but there's no reason for us to see our regrets constantly on a regular day basis on Facebook and Instagram. We can't live with it. Next one. Oh, this hurts me deeply. Why the friend with the dirty house always be the most fun? I feel like it's embarrassing but true. I have too much experience with this particular toxic but true. Stay safe, fellas. And last but not least, your boyfriend is overprotective because he knows how easy it is to have sex with you. Ooh, that's gotta hurt, ladies. And I'm gonna give you a heads up. If your boyfriend knows how vulnerable you are when you're off the casa, and he says don't drink casa when you're with your friends, it's most likely because he thinks you're gonna wanna fuck somebody else when you're out partying with your friends. So once again, this is toxic, but true. Thank you.
Peace to the planet, peace to the earth, and peace to the gods. It's your boy Motivational Mac. Welcome to Rolling with Friends podcast. Got my co-host.
Yes, Amanda, a.k.a. Amadine.
This is your boy, Christopher Moy, like I told you before.
And welcome to Rolling with Friends, man. We here to talk about all the hottest topics, all the things y'all want to hear, and everything else. And this episode is brought to you by Punchline. And Mixology.cle. Again, and on Instagram, y'all can find both of these joints here. Mixology.cle on Instagram, and that's Punchline, at Punchline on Instagram. Let's get with us. Welcome to Rolling with Friends, y'all. Let's get into this.
Thank you.
All right, Beth, so since we get into this. So, here are the rules.
Okay.
Here are the rules.
The game.
The rules
Can
are...
we talk about this toxic but true first? Please? Because you came out of nowhere with that. You really did come out of nowhere with that. I want to talk about something.
What exactly do you want to say about toxic but true?
First of all, he he came out of nowhere with that. Nobody even knew any of these toxic but truths he was about to say. Second of all, a lot of them you said sound like trash. I don't know if it might be toxic and true.
Which one? Which one sound like trash?
True.
Which one sound like
that
trash?
That whole thing talking about he's overprotective because
I'm taking my medicine.
He know that you easy to get. Like, what you talking about? You agree with that?
No, I mean I want to hear his opinion.
So she didn't even quote it right. I think what I actually said was.
You mean what Justin the Boy said?
If your boyfriend is overprotective, he knows how easy it is to have sex with you.
That's basically what I said.
They don't understand the basically. So what exactly again is your problem?
No, I'm trying to figure out if you agree with that or not. That's true to you?
I want to say I agree with it cold-heartedly, but I think that's a little bit too harsh. I'm going to say that I think it is some truth to it, and I think the reason why they're saying it is because if your boyfriend knows your patterns of as far as in like how you are when you get drunk or how you are when you go out with your friends, then I think it would give him reason to believe like he's overprotected because it's like if she's out wearing this, if she's out like this, she's gonna have a wild night. Am I wrong or right? I mean, do girls not think that about their boyfriends when he go? If you see how your boyfriend is with his girlfriend, and then, I mean, if you see how your boyfriend is, how he is with his homeboys when they hanging out, you're not gonna suspect like he's going to get into something troubling? Am I wrong? Am I bugging? Or did she jump the gun on her opinion?
No, haha. First of all, I'm not overprotective and I'm not insecure, so I don't worry about all that extra stuff.
I didn't ask neither one of those. I asked, do you agree with the statement or not?
I agree with the statement.
See, now she agrees.
So
she jumped the gun.
Only for certain situations. You making it seem like that's the only reason why he would be overprotective. Like, some guys are just overprotective because they're crazy.
Yeah, that's true too. But I didn't name that as a reason, so I want to thank you for your contribution to it when it comes to that TBT.
Don't disrespect me.
Now here we go.
All right, y'all, let's go into this little game you had situated.
Yes, the game.
You know, people will be overprotective with things like.
Here's the game. If it don't apply, let it fly. If it fits, take a sip.
Okay.
And if you agree, then you gotta let it lean. Okay? So, example. Saying I'ma call you back with no real intentions on calling you back. That's yours?
Yeah.
I picked up my cup before you finished.
Definitely.
Wait, that's what you're supposed to do, right?
It depends on what we was talking about previously. If we were just chatting, then you told that person that you had no real intentions. That's a polite way of saying, that's the end of this conversation. I'm gonna call you right back.
What if you go to sleep?
All right, I'm gonna pass it now to be fair, right? Because I don't want them to feel like I'm picking on them. Why don't you read one of these?
Let me see what's going on. Well, I don't know if you take a sip for this or not, but I'm gonna read it. It say, y'all on a date and the bill comes. He or she pulls out a coupon. What you trying to ask? Do I see something wrong with that?
Yeah. Do you agree? Is that if it applies? Like, have you ever done that?
Is it a red flag?
Is it a red flag?
Not for me, baby. She know how to save some paper.
Cool. So nobody has to drink. Nobody has to drink.
That means you can use that money.
Especially she expected me to pay and she pulled out a coupon. Oh, I like her.
Okay.
That's how you know she's gonna save you some money.
That'll work. What you talking about?
Oh wait, I'm supposed to pick
no
one.
coupon.
I would love to see the audience reaction because I know there's people in the audience like, fuck out of here. What kind of broke shit is that?
What do y'all think? No, you gotta ask the ladies because guys will probably have the same opinion as me. But ladies, what you think? A man pull out a coupon while y'all at the restaurant. How you gonna feel?
I think it also depends on what type of coupon. Because if it's that nigga broke.
But what if y'all on a date and brought out a coupon?
But what if it's a Groupon coupon?
You ain't even.
I think he's being very accessible to the opportunities we have out here, as far as in like the different things we can use. But that's just my opinion. Madine?
So what
I
you
don't
got?
mind. Pull out your coupons, but it depends though. Like it depends on where we at.
Not if you had Applebee's 2 for $25. You pull out the 15%.
It's already 2 for $25. How much more of a
Pull out the
discount that you want?
15% on the 2 for $25. Listen.
Nah, if anything, I would just ask like, all right, so what the money that you actually have going? Like, we going to do something else after this? Like, you got
That's
coupons
what I would assume. Like you saving money for something else. You got to
What
be.
Juvenile said in slow motion, less money for the bullshit, more for the weed.
I'm weak. Oh man. Okay. When he takes you out to eat, pays the bill but doesn't tip. Oh no.
Nah, I never.
I feel like that's a little fucked up. That's how people make their living. Like, you gotta tip. That you just have to.
I never did that. Unless
You never did that?
Not
you say
tip.
never
Yeah,
tip.
nah, you gotta tip. You gotta tip.
I think it all depends on what type of service that you are receiving. You know, it's very, very easy to just say that without any content behind it, but it's like, hold up now, or context behind it, but it's like, hold up now, what if the service is bad? I'm supposed to still tip just cause? I don't think so. Also, it's like,
Different.
everywhere you go and you pay, everywhere's supposed to be tipped now. If I go to pick up fast food, it gives the option of tipping. Tip for what?
Oh, no,
Like, what the
no.
fuck? That's what I'm saying. Like,
ain't nobody
niggas
saying
don't
all
care
that.
with that tipping shit. All right?
Ain't nobody said all of
Yeah,
that.
I believe in tipping. I think a tip is necessary, especially if you had good service.
Well, I let my drink lean.
She let you drink.
All right, last but not least, you text her. Okay. All right, it could be either way. You text her or him at 8 p.m. He or she posts on social media at 8:30 p.m. He or she texts you back at 10 a.m. the next morning saying, sorry, I was asleep, knowing all along that he wasn't asleep.
But what do you do? You take a sip if you was the person that done that to somebody?
If that happened to you or if you done that to somebody, you have to either take a sip.
No. Somebody said they sleep. They sleep. They sleep.
Have you done that to somebody?
First of all, I'm the type to fall asleep like literally 5 seconds after I text you. Like, I would fall asleep right then and there. Like, I would. And second of all, being on Instagram after you done wrote me, okay, maybe I don't want to have a conversation right now. Maybe I want to be on my
So there's still a lot to it. There's still a lot to it because you was not asleep.
I didn't say I was asleep when I was on Instagram.
You didn't feel like having a conversation and say that.
I got one. Look. Let's take a sip if you did or you didn't do it. I mean, if you didn't do it, you don't take a sip. If you take a sip if you did do it. You need a shot for this. Unsend your message after you notice they didn't read it after a certain amount of time.
I don't have an iPhone, so I don't have any experience in that field.
We can't do
so
that on
I guess I'll be
iPhone.
sitting
You can't
silent.
even unsend your message on
Instagram.
Exactly.
You never unsend a message.
He just mad because he got Android.
I'm gonna leave it sitting there. I'm gonna leave it sitting there because I need proof and I need evidence and I need receipts. So when you didn't write back, but then when you see me like everything all good, now remember you didn't reply to this text right here? Yeah, I'm leaving that shit right there for the
You
world
ain't
to
never
see.
unsend a message?
Nah,
I mean, I did, but not because they didn't.
I did one today.
You talking about?
Oh my God.
But then you got one?
No, I don't. I really don't.
It's fine. Thank you for your contribution.
You're welcome. I'm still trying to think of
Man, you got one more?
Okay, here's one. Medine came up with this one. She just doesn't remember.
No, see, don't mess up what I said.
So say what you said then, B.
If I wanted to say it,
So
I
say what
would've
you said then, B.
What I said was supposed to be a toxic but true, but basically you at somebody's house, you know, say you wearing a shirt or whatever. I don't do this often, but I have done it in the past. As females, I feel like we tend to do it sometimes, males too. But you take off the shirt, you go to give it back, but before you give it back, you know, you kind of spray yourself a little bit. You be like, here you go, so that when you leave, they kind of, you know, leave your shit behind.
So basically, there's certain women out there that likes
That's not toxic.
that's toxic but true.
I've never done it,
That
but
likes
that
leaving
sounds funny to
evidence.
me.
That likes leaving evidence back
You
there.
go to Chris' house before you arrive, and his whole shit smell like cologne and candles and vanilla spray. That's the same thing.
Nah, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. You are leaving it's kind of like a dog peeing on a fucking fire hydrant. It's like you're leaving your mark
it's not.
behind. If a girl sprays her scent on your shirt and leave it behind at your crib, and a girl comes over and smells that, it's like, yo, whose scent is this?
First of all, why is a girl coming over and smelling it? That's what I want to know.
First of all, if you
Maybe that's why I should do it.
There you
Get
go.
your ass caught.
There you go.
You shouldn't be doing that.
See?
You know what? With all this drinking going on, I think it's actually time that we get into the next segment of the show, which is current events that make me want to get bent.
Yeah, let's get into that.
Active by night. Keep going crazy.
Okay, so this segment of the show is called CLB, current events that make me want to get bent. But first, I do want to shout out Asia. Asia put the set together, everything. And also, we want to shout out your Halloween themed drinks, mixology.cle, Asia. Everybody follow mixology.cle and get your Halloween themed drinks. Yes. So what we gonna start with?
And starting off first with entertainment is moi. And we have, okay, so I'm gonna just give a quick review for the people that wanna know what I have to say about the things that I watch. Let's start off with Wu-Tang series. It is featured on Hulu. We are now in second season. For those who have not watched, I suggest you start from first season and then watch second season. I think this season is very good. First season, second season is very good. It's casted well. The plot, the storyline is good. It's a bio series. The song choices are good. Even the story behind the songs are good. I think the only thing that we have a problem with, that all of us have a problem with, is the one who plays BJ RZA. We don't like his delivery.
Dang,
we don't like the way he talks. We don't like the whole, I need your time. I need your energy. I need 5 years of your life. We don't like the robot speech. It's like, did RZA really, did he really speak broken up like this? Like, why is he speaking like this? But other than that, the series is, I would give it maybe a 8 out of 10. And I only don't give it a 10 out of 10 because I'm gonna need the person that's playing RZA to fix his delivery. Then you have You, which is also now in its third season on Netflix. And You, this season, a lot of y'all not, it's a 10 out of 10. The music is on point. The song choices is on point. The way the song fits the scenes is on point. The casting is on point.
Why are you laughing? Sorry.
I don't know. And then shout out to my man Joe that just went wild savage this
He's
season.
crazy.
Like, Joe is, you know, the character development. That's what it was for me. You get to see Love develop, and you see Joe develop into something something savage. And I think the season finale was one of the best season finales of this year. 10 out of 10. I highly recommend it.
Nah, what gets me about him is that he act like he's trying to turn a whole new leaf, like he's not a whole murderer. Like, that just blows my mind every time. Like, how you mad at her? But you've been doing this for 2 seasons straight.
I mean, but when you're telling
2 seasons straight.
but when you're telling a story, I think that when you're telling a story, I think the character's arc is the character's arc is always going to come into play, and I feel like every killer, if you're familiar with any serial killer shows, they're always trying to change or trying to be a better person or be different. So that time had to come for Joe. Joe wasn't trying to, in the second season, Joe didn't say, oh yeah, I'm not going to be on this type of time no more. He has a son now, he has a wife, he has a family, he's in a new different neighborhood, so he's like, I'm trying to be better, I'm trying to make a change. Most importantly, he was trying to be better for his son, but I just think the entire series was good, no complaints at all.
All right, well, I don't know too much about the You situation. I don't need
You
to
haven't
watch
seen
that.
it?
Nah, that's not my
you
type
gotta
of
watch
show.
it.
It's not my type of thing. But
Good shows is not your type of thing.
When we talk
Good shows?
Wu-Tang,
Good shows or different shows, not your type of thing.
Wait, why is it not your
When
type
we
of
talk Wu-Tang, no, that's my type of show, hip hop and all
I
that.
haven't seen that.
And if you ever really listen, I don't know, he don't sound exact. I don't know if the accent was that bad, but if you listen to RZA or Protect Your Neck, go listen to it on the beginning of him talking. RZA do have a funny accent. He have like a New York / Midwest.
But on the song, is he going, hey, time? I need energy.
He sound funny.
I
Yeah,
need 5 years of your life.
RZA do got a funny speech.
Okay.
He do. But I don't know if it's as bad as Son on there. Yeah. But acting wise, you gotta give the boy his credit. Yeah, that's acting wise, all of them is playing a part to where they supposed to play.
I think
But then you got definitely the one
haven't seen
ODB.
it.
Davies stands out the most.
No,
No.
ODB.
Davies stands out. ODB stands out.
Yeah.
But Davies definitely stands out as Method Man. I think his delivery
All right.
stands out.
But
Also, all right, boom. Also on Netflix is Lock and Key. Season 2, season 1 was good, but you can tell season 2 is about to level up, take a step up. That's on Netflix. Also, Dune was just premiered on HBO Max, which features my man Timothy, the new Leonardo DiCaprio, but younger, and also my girl Zendaya. Honestly, it was a lot of hype around this movie, but after watching it, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 because it spent the first movie, and this is a series, by the way, but it spent the first movie on story building. Action doesn't really come until the end. Even Zendaya fans, you're not gonna get her until the end of the movie, but towards the middle and the end, it does get to pick up. I'll give it a clean 7 out of 10. I need to see more, definitely need to see a sequel. Halloween Kills, that's what the fuck I want to talk about because I had high expectations for that movie, and yet again, Michael Myers,
It's still fucking alive.
it's like I just don't understand.
Why is he not dead? that.
It's like, but also, I'm gonna charge Michael Myers surviving this movie due to the stupidity of the people in the town.
Oh, no,
like
it was
how you're up close to him and not giving headshots. You're not trying to cut his head off. You're still doing the same punk ass shit. We're doing stab wounds. One lady had an iron. I just don't understand if these people know who the fuck they're dealing with.
They would fuck, instead of running down the street where you got unlimited miles to go, you run into the forest, you run into the backyards, like just run down the street. He can't even go nowhere.
Right. And then it was just, it felt like it was a relevant scene thrown into the movie when, as far as you have the guy that escaped the insane asylum that everybody was chasing and thought he was Michael Myers, even though he was shorter, he had no mask, and he had a white jumpsuit on that clearly showed that he's from the insane asylum. I don't understand how nobody said that's not Michael, because Michael's definitely built taller than that, or Michael definitely is always walking around with a mask. There's a lot of stupidity in that movie that I don't want to address or get down to the bottom of, but that's for Halloween Kills, and that is my wrap up of, I'm sorry. One more. This past weekend, Adele dropped her new song, Take It Easy on Me. And guys, please take it easy on me, but I'm sorry, that song was type dirt. Adele always drops a first song, and it's never as strong as the songs that lead into her album, but that song was definitely type dirt to me. It was slow for no reason. It felt like a storytelling. It felt like a song for middle-aged white women that was going through a divorce. And it's just like, Adele, I need the second song that comes out on the radio to be stronger, but thank you for your contribution, because it's been a while. Madine?
Okay. In other news. Nah, for my portion, I chose news because I really wanted to talk about this situation that happened on the train in Philly with the girl that got raped by the man, and nobody did nothing.
Yeah,
I don't know if y'all heard about that.
That was unacceptable.
But that situation was crazy. And literally, when you look at the police reports, only one person called the police.
Ooh.
One person. There was people on the train. Everybody had phones out, recording, as if, I don't know if they was trying to call the police or they thought about it. I don't know what was going through their mind, but literally only one person called the police. And that was an employee that was happening to get on the train and saw the incident happening.
All right, so
that situation, it really blows my mind.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate, because I think it's alarming and triggering for anyone that reads the headline as far as a woman gets raped on a train and no one does anything. And not only does no one does anything, but they record the attack, then no one jumps in at all. And one person called out of everybody on the train, but it could have been like 30 people on the train or whatever. But we all know that we are in a record generation. So this generation is always going to record everything that's happening, an attack or whatever type of violence is being cited, and not actually jump in. Now, we have seen the pros and cons of situations like this. Now, what I'm saying is, as devil's advocate, I do blame and hold the people solely responsible that was recording it and then did not jump in for that rape to not only take place, but to continue.
Exactly.
However, with all the advances in transportation and NTA, there's no cameras on the train, right?
No, there's cameras in that station.
At the station, not on the train.
As well.
So there's no cameras on the actual.
No, they have it on camera.
On the train?
Yeah, because I think it was like a Port Authority type train.
All right, it was a Port Authority type train, but I'm saying in most instances like this, especially when it's attacks on the train, we only really get to see footage of what's going on the train from other people's phones. So that's one thing. It's like you could bash people recording stuff all you want, but a lot of things that we see comes from people's phone. If you just like the George Floyd incident, like that came from someone's phone. So it's like a lot of things where it's like we could blame this record culture, but in some instances it does save and help and benefit people. But in this situation, I just feel like no one jumped in. Like everybody's recording. Like my nigga, if you got a good angle and you got a good angle,
no one jumped in. No one called the cops. Like if you got a phone, then call the cops. Mind you, when you look at his record. I looked at his police records because I'm fucking FBI. I looked at his police records and he literally got arrested for this type of situation so many times. Sexual assault already, aggravated assault already, resisting arrest already.
So at this point, you blaming the justice system because they don't want to keep letting him out?
Each time is, we're going to put him on bail. Okay, why is he still running
I feel like this is Gotham and niggas kept letting Joker escape. It's like, this nigga's a known maniac.
Yo, like I'm
and you
like,
blatantly just let him out on the street. Like, bodies will hit the floor if this man is out. But with all that being said, current events that made me want to get
can we
big.
agree that if we're on the train and we ever see somebody getting raped, we're gonna step in?
Yes.
Definitely.
Please,
Yeah.
guys, people watching, please step in. Please stop and please stop the situation.
It's deeper than record.
Because the whole thing with this bail system, too, what it tells me is basically, if two people do the same type of crime, if you got $500, you getting out. If you don't got $500, you're a rapist, you're a murderer. So you mean to tell me whoever is released, just because you got money, you're no longer a rapist, you're no longer a murderer? Like, I'm confused.
Current events that made me want to get bent. Yeah.
Which one was this barber wearing?
That was a
this
tequila. No, that was a black-owned tequila, which is by BJ. Terramana.
Made by Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
All right, made by who?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Who is half black.
That's Casamigos 2.0.
Whole black. Absolutely.
Casamigos 2.0.
He's not whole black. He's half black and half
Hawaiian.
Hawaiian. It's not Hawaiian, it's Samoan, thank you. Come on,
What's
guys,
Samoan?
get cultured here.
Agreed with me.
What's Samoan? Can somebody tell me what's Samoan?
Samoans are Hawaiians with tattoos somewhere on their body, and
So
they
it's Hawaiian.
sing and
That's what I'm
dance
trying
and
to say.
rhythm.
You know that
That's like saying, no,
Hawaii was
I'm not American, I'm
originally-
black. If you're from America and you black, you American, motherfucker. What the fuck? Same shit. Samoan, Hawaiian, Hawaii is where they from.
Yeah,
right?
because when you go
That's
to
what I thought.
Hawaii,
I
when
might
you-
be wrong.
when
Who
you
knows?
look at
I have
the
to go Google. I
residents-
might be wrong about that. I don't know.
No, when you look
I
at
know
the residents in
2000.
Hawaii from years ago, they were all African. You know
It's
that,
a
right?
so
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Just to let
So
you know.
yeah.
All right, so okay.
You gotta
BJ.
do your history.
Well, on my I think we on my topic on current events that make you want to get bent. I want to talk about cancel culture.
Oh, yes.
Cancel culture. Me personally, I'm down to end cancel culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause for one, you got let's take it to the rappers for instance. You got people asking rappers, these young guys who came up from nothing, young women who came up from nothing, never went to no type of law school or anything like that. Y'all asking them political questions and then trying to cancel them for that, for what they say behind that. They're not politicians. They're not role models. They're rappers. They're people that come from where you from and found a way to make money off of words. That's for one. Another thing is, how we canceling people for making mistakes? People not
Exactly.
allowed to make mistakes anymore? Instead of, where's gonna be, where the learning culture gonna come from, where the teaching culture?
Teachable moment.
Yeah, like, when is that gonna come in?
Yeah,
You know when I think somebody should be canceled? When you teach them something and they turn around and
Do it
repeat what they
again, yep.
that you just showed them was wrong.
Yep.
Now, that's when you start to say, let's lean back and let's cancel. What do y'all think about that?
I agree, honestly. I feel like people tend to just cancel anybody just because it's a thing, but they kind of forget what happens when you cancel somebody. Like, because you see how certain people start to lose their job, lose their money, lose you're just basically destroying somebody's life just for being misinformed.
Exactly.
Like, how about you cancel the KKK? How about you do that?
So if
They out here still recruiting people.
so,
I'm confused.
oh my God, I told you about this, Medine.
Oh yeah, because I forgot he trying to be down with the KKK.
KKK is canceled. KKK is not a thing that majority of people do promote or actually support. It's not a
You
thing.
know that they sending out flyers, right?
Yeah, not. Do you see KKK standing on New York corners giving out flyers?
Not in New York.
Do that?
No.
They would never do
Not
that.
in New York.
You
All right, so
you
you-
go to Ohio.
so- all right.
You go to Ohio. You go to Kentucky.
So you saying-
they still
so you saying-
allow-
If they was canceled, they would not be allowed to be. a
No,
thing
but
at all.
you saying let's cancel KKK is like you saying let's cancel majority known things that are already
you don't
not
agree with
acceptable.
canceling KKK?
All right, so that's like me saying, hey guys, let's cancel slavery. What the fuck? Like no one.
Because they did cancel slavery.
Actually, they didn't because
No, they didn't, 'cause it's still happening in Libya.
Exactly.
I don't know if I said that right.
You say
Libya.
No, it is still happening in Africa, and it is still happening in prison because
Well,
when
it
you
got
look at it,
canceled
that's free
in
labor.
America.
All right,
Canceled in
but
America.
all right, but the whole thing with like, I'm not even gonna jump into the cancel the KKK, right? The cancel culture, the cancel culture thing, right? You know that it popped off during the Me Too movement, which was attached to Bill Cosby and then stemmed off to R. Kelly. Now the whole thing with this cancel culture movement, where I feel like that we get lost in, is that when people like canceled R. Kelly, if we're gonna cancel R. Kelly, I need consistency. If you're gonna cancel R. Kelly, you have to cancel everybody that has done something of his statue that you didn't agree with, or something of, especially women. Example, if you're canceling R. Kelly for being a pedophile, women, y'all don't agree with abuse. Y'all don't agree with domestic violence. No one's canceling James Brown or James Brown music. He used to beat women. No one's canceling Biggie, who was known for beating Lil' Kim. So it's like, is this a pick and choose thing? Because if it feels like, so then cool. If it's a pick and choose thing, then you can't come down or judge somebody for wanting to still, I don't want to say support, but still listen to this person or still watch this person's work if they're as an entertainer. Because then it comes to separating the music from the music from the actual artist.
All right, so how about this?
Or the musician from the person.
To cancel culture right here on Rolling with Friends. Let's take a shot of the syringe yellow.
Beat me up, Scotty.
We're gonna take
From
halves.
mixologist.
I think we should modify cancel culture.
Asia Lou.
What the fuck are you doing?
Beat me up, Scotty. Looking like the niggas in the 80s.
Pause, right? Don't want to look crazy. Pause this.
That nigga said, man, I ain't on this shit all night. Hold on.
He's dripping on the side of your mouth.
You gotta do that.
Word.
I didn't know it squared out like that. Pause.
Me neither.
Yeah, I feel bad for those girls.
I don't know why, because I did it with no problem.
I feel bad
Y'all
for
got issues.
those girls. I didn't know it shoots in you. I didn't know it shoots the back of your throat like that. Girls, why y'all never made any complaints? That shit is
And
hard.
that was current
Because we ain't
events
complaining.
that make you want to get bent. And this episode of Rolling with Friends was brought to you by Mixology.cle. All the products you've seen up here for display will be for sale October 31st. So pull up to the pop-up shop at the Prospect Park, 12 to 6. Everything you see up here is available. Oh, and on top of that, got something for the kids too. So come out, enjoy yourself. Come buy everything you've seen up here. And these things was definitely here. So make sure you get what you need. And we can't forget Punchline Punch on the ones and twos. We see this is halfway gone, so I don't think I need to speak on that too much. And no, let's not forget about the set. If you Nick over here dying. Hey, yo, keep going. You gotta keep going. So that acting shit not easy, bro. I gotta stay in character, my nigga. Yeah. The nigga said, hey, I hear you, like looking at like the fuck. Yeah, that was good.
Are you still rapping? Yeah, nigga ain't ruling. Hoes in the back and we acting like we knew them. Don't know how to act, so a nigga had to show them. Grabbing on her ass while her girl yelling, go friend, go friend, go friend, go in, go in, go friend, go friend, go in, go in. But I'm pulling up late, they steady texting where you at, I ain't know what's the date. She told me I'm on thin ice, she don't know I can skate. Every slide that I take, I'm hoping that shit break. I'm the party starter, you may party hard, but trust I party harder. Drink every day on vacay, I hardly look at water. Crazy nigga, never touch white, my body type is some shady figure. Stay doped up like I've been living in the 80s, nigga. Can't smoke with Baymac, his blunts be having me on lean like I'm in the Maybach. Medine be like, that's what I said, but she never say that. I think I need a voice recorder cause we need a playback. It's a movie, it's a show, best believe it's a vibe. Type of shit that we get into after working 9 to 5. If I'm not with my girls, then you know I'm with my guys. Like a bat in the night is when my niggas come alive. Are you still rapping? Yeah, nigga ain't ruling. Hoes in the back and we acting like we knew them. Don't know how to act, so a nigga had to show them. Grabbing on her ass while her girl yelling, go friend, go friend, go friend, go in, go in, go friend.